Thanks for joining us on another episode of Ocotillo Outlaws. Today we're going to be unboxing our Segway x260 and taking it out on a first couple of rides. After riding gas bikes, this is really going to take some getting used to. Looking at all the different electric bikes that were out there, I narrowed it down to two, the Sur-Ron and the Segway x260. I chose the Segway because it had an app that you can use to access the different settings for the throttle and the motor. As you can see here in a little more detail, the app allows you to change the settings within the bike to better match your riding style. Here you can also adjust your braking and check on your range. There's also a map and a way to record your ride. Some of the features are it has a 5 kW motor, an energy recovery system, a max speed of about 46 miles an hour, and weighs 120 pounds. We found the Segway at Best Buy. It was about $1,000 off of its original price. Out the door, with taxes and delivery included, it was $4,300. The bike came pretty well packaged. Just a quick cut on the straps and the box lifts straight up. Be careful, as you can see here, some of the boxes are loose and may fall out. They also shipped the bike with the battery installed. Inside the box is another box right here that the battery originally came in. It's good to keep that in case you need to take the battery out and ship it or store it. There's several really good videos of people putting these bikes together, so I won't spend a lot of time showing how the bike is actually put together. What I will say though is it is helpful to have a friend when you're putting on the front wheel. Some more tools so we can cut these and see what else we got. Alright, you're on. Most of the assembly can be done with the small toolkit that comes with the bike, but it's a good idea to have a few extra tools laying around in case you need to do some things like cut some of the zip ties or check some of the other things out. The front suspension and the rear suspension are held in a compressed state with these green straps. Now's a good time to release these straps so you can continue to assemble the bike. As you can see, everything is pretty well packaged, so we'll go ahead and start getting these pieces unpacked and getting them installed on the bike. It's also a good idea to have a torque wrench so that you can torque some of the nuts down and make sure that they don't come loose. The bike also comes with a little card that's got all the torque specs on it. They're in newtons, so you have to do a conversion. This is going to take a little getting used to. With no clutch and no gears to shift, and no foot brake. Everything is controlled on the handlebars. You have your throttle on the right, your front brakes on the right, and your rear brake on the left. So far, this bike runs great. Depending on the laws in your local area, you may be able to make this bike street legal. I did this first test in EP mode, which got me up to about 30 miles an hour. But shortly after that, I was ready for the sport mode. I saved that, though, for the off-road trails. This old trail that leads into a sand wash was a good first test in the sand. The bike handled really well and was stable, got right up on top of the sand, and I was able to achieve a speed of about 40 miles an hour. I wanted to test the bike out on this trail because it has less deep sand in it and some more hard pack. I wanted to check the suspension out to see what kind of adjustments I may need to make. You can see in the shadow, the front suspension and the rear suspension are working pretty good. It's set up pretty good as it is, but I'm sure I'm going to fine tune it a little bit as time goes on. As you can see on this next trail, there's no sand and it's mostly rock and hard pack. This was another great test to see how the bike handled in this type of terrain. I was really pleased with the way the suspension handled, the brakes, in all types of situations, in the soft sand, in the mixed terrain, and in the rocks. I'm sure in the future I'll have some more videos up when I put it to the test in other areas. It's important to note that I did drain the battery all the way down to 10%, and it did take a full 4 hours of charging to get it back to 100%. I hope this video is useful for anybody researching or looking into these electric bikes. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section below. Stick around for the end of the video, and we'll take the drone up and check out the scenery at the end of our ride.